I used to think that if I decluttered enough, life would be easier. And for a time, that was true. Decluttering really helped me, especially when I was in the thick of my postpartum depression and anxiety after giving birth to my first son, Oliver, who's now 3.5 years old. But during one of the hardest seasons of my life, I hit a wall and it wasn't helping me anymore. I thought that that was a foolproof way to make myself okay. The more I could get rid of, the better I would feel. And when I was coping with the loss of a baby and infertility while trying for another baby, it just wasn't working anymore. And then when I did get pregnant, there was more pressure, there was more stress, there was anxiety because I was so afraid of losing another pregnancy. I thought I would be better, but I wasn't. And decluttering was not a one-size-fits-all answer. Some clutter just can't be boxed up. You know, I've been decluttering my home for years now. I filled so many diaper boxes. And some people are like, how do you still have clutter to get rid of? And I'm like, life. Life is ever changing, and we are in the thick of parenting with 2 very young kids. We are learning as we go, and we are not experts. You know, I've filled so many diaper boxes. I've made so many donation piles, so many videos to tell you and explain it all. Just go check out my playlist, you'll see. And in a lot of ways, decluttering has really helped me take control of my life again. But something happened a while back and I haven't really talked about it until now. I hit a wall. I didn't know what to do because this thing that has always worked for me, it just stopped. And I didn't know how to make myself feel better. I didn't know how to relieve the stress that was my home. But it was more than that, and I just didn't know it. This happened when we were trying for a baby after losing our second pregnancy, our son Henry. It was physically exhausting, emotionally draining, and honestly, I just didn't have the mental capacity to declutter anything. Not a junk drawer, not a closet in my guest room or my office, nothing. I felt like I was constantly pouring from an empty cup, and that's something that I know I am not alone in. I would walk past the mess, and it was everywhere. Toys thrown out of drawers, into our hallway, on the floor, anywhere you look, there was mess. I'd walk past a mess that would normally bother me that I would clean up, but instead, I would just shut down. And then, of course, I would feel guilty for giving up, and that would make the mental clutter worse. I thought maybe I was just being lazy or disorganized, but looking back, I was experiencing full-on burnout. From the emotional toll of our fertility struggles, to the pressure to stay productive, to just trying to keep everything together when I felt so out of control. It was everything. And I didn't know what to do. So let's talk about the clutter that I just could not see. Things like the pressure to be a perfect parent while working a full-time job and showing up as a content creator. The pressure to always be on, to answer DMs, to respond to every single comment, to be the friend who checks in with everyone, the mom who remembers everything, and the person who doesn't drop the ball, ever. It's a lot, and no amount of diaper boxes filled with clutter or labeled bins was ever going to fix that. So here's what I learned. I had to start decluttering my expectations, my calendar, the inner voice that kept saying, you should be able to handle this. I learned to ask myself, what can I let go of that will give me just a little bit more peace? And sometimes the answer was not a physical object. It was actually an unrealistic standard, or someone else's opinion, or even the idea that I needed to be productive at all times of the day just to be valued. I'll be honest with you, this kind of decluttering, the mental and emotional, it feels slower and it's going to feel weird. Maybe less satisfying in a before and after kind of way, but I think it's changed me more than decluttering any drawer or cabinet ever could. So if you're in this place too, if you're feeling burnout, no matter where or how in your life that burnout is presenting, or no matter how much you declutter, you're still overwhelmed, please know you're not alone. You are not failing. You don't need to be everything to everyone. Sometimes the clutter we can't see is what weighs the most. And it's okay to pause, to not be in a productive season. It's okay to rest. I will always be someone who believes in the power of a good declutter session. I love it. It is so exhilarating at times, but it is not the one-all, be-all, one-size-fits-all. It just isn't. I've learned to look beyond the boxes. And right now, if all you can manage is letting go of even one expectation or saying no to one commitment, staying home one Friday or Saturday night because you just can't do it, you are peopled out. That's okay. That is more than enough. If this resonated with you at all, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you know someone who might need to hear this, send it their way. You never know what hearing this message might do for someone else. You are not alone. You are human and you are doing your best. Take a breath, slow down. Life is hard. I'm a mom of 2. I am stretched so thin and I'm okay right now, but there are days that are really hard. And this video is not a pity party. I'm just here to tell you that I get it. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Your support truly means the world to me. If you've been dealing with the emotional clutter, let me know what's been weighing on you. While this has been fun, it's time for me to get back to life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.